Hey guys, Jared back. So we've got the Spigen Slim Armor for your Samsung Galaxy Note 3. As you can see, it's quite the large case, but that's because we've got quite a large phone. Now, just for fun, I just want to kind of show you guys something here. So here's the phone by itself with no case. As you can see, nice, slim, sexy, sleek profile, and putting it up to the actual case itself will give you a bit of an indication of how much thicker it's going to be with the case on it. So that's it. Let's go ahead and put it in. But before we do, I just want to point out one thing. The Galaxy Note 3 cases that Spigen has been sending me recently, the Neo Hybrid as well as the Slim Armor here, I've noticed that it's extremely difficult, or that much more difficult than previous Spigen cases I've gotten for other devices to install. So I'm hoping that it doesn't do it here, otherwise I'm going to have to pause the video and spend some time to install it. But I usually just kind of start with the bottom and just work my way up and from the top there, and this time it seemed to do all right. It seems like it was a pretty easy install. Now, the issue that I was having before, and I'm hoping that Spigen's taking note of this, is that for some reason the buttons keep getting stuck on the device as you're putting it in, and so the plastic becomes sort of pushed out like this, and the buttons all screwed up and everything, and sometimes the buttons don't really hit the actual, or these rubber buttons don't hit the buttons on the inside, and sometimes you're pressing the power button and nothing's happening. So I've been having a lot of difficulty installing Spigen cases on my Galaxy Note 3. I'm not impressed with that, but it's not the end of the world because it's not impossible. That said, it's installed now, and this is what it looks like, as you can see. So yes, you know, of course it's going to add some extra bulk to your device, but you know, if you need this type of protection, that's a sacrifice you're going to have to make. Moving around to the back here, first and foremost, you'll notice that this is a glossy white back, as opposed to, little spoiler alert, because I'm going to be doing a video on this in the near future, as opposed to, say, for instance, their Nexus 5 Slim Armor case, which is a really nice, clean, matte white finish to it that I really, really appreciated. And on the back here, you'll notice, yes, we do have the 13 megapixel camera indicator. But the camera isn't as recessed as I would like it to be, because it does poke out a little bit. So like, it looks like maybe we're getting about 1 millimeter of clearance from whatever surface you happen to put it down on, but it's not the end of the world. And the reason I say that is because you may notice we've got this little tiny nubby type feet on the edges of the on the back of the case here. So in addition to having a little bit of recession there, go ahead and put it down and you're actually getting that much more ground clearance. So if I go ahead and use the case, the packaging that it comes with, and I put it on there, you'll see that you can actually see my finger on the other side of there. So you're actually getting a bit of ground clearance in addition to the recession of the camera inside the case there. So that's not that bad. I was a little bit concerned of that in the beginning, but then when I noticed these things, I was like, oh, that's okay. Another thing that a concern that a lot of people have is access to your S Pen. I don't personally use my S Pen, so I don't care. I wouldn't care if this was completely covered up. But for those of you out there that do use your S Pen, and there's quite a few of you out there, on the Galaxy Note 2 Spigen cases, the S Pen, or access to the S Pen, was quite difficult. I was never able to use my index finger. I had to use my pinky in order to pull out the S Pen. In this particular instance, though, on the Galaxy Note 3 and these Spigen cases, I can in fact use my regular sized hand index finger and go ahead and pull it out like so with ease. Though I know there's a lot of guys out there with bigger fingers than me, so you guys might actually end up having to resort to your pinky finger to pull it out. While we're on the bottom here, as you can see here, we've got perfect cutouts if it'll end up focusing for me. We've got perfect cutouts, as always, for not only the microphone, the USB 3.0, your speaker, and like I mentioned before, your S Pen. And of course the little other side noise cancellation microphone. Top here, perfect bang on precision cutouts for your IR blaster, another noise canceling microphone, and your 3.5mm headphones jack. Though, like all of the other Spigen case review videos I've done, I've always had issues getting my headphones in there. So if I'm in my car and I use my auxiliary cable to listen to music, I do have to pull my phone out of my Spigen cases in order to take advantage of that. So it's a little bit disappointing, but I don't think that there's anything Spigen can do without sort of sacrificing some of the protection, or at least quality, of the actual case itself. Now, with regards to the buttons on the left and right side, the volume rockers do have good clickiness, not as good as the Neo Hybrid cases for some reason. The majority of the time, not all the time, but the majority of the time, their Neo Hybrid cases have a really, really good sort of clicky feedback feel to it. This particular instance with the slim armors, they're a little bit more rigid, but they're still definitely, you can feel the clicking going on there. Same thing with the power button. You may be able to hear it if I hold it up to the microphone. All right, so there's no complaint there. And also, we do have a bit of a lip on the case as well for the screen, so if you do happen to put it face down, though it's a little bit of a shallow lip. Now, you won't hear me complaining about that shallow lip because I always end up getting Spigen tempered glass screen protectors, and I put them on. And the thickness of those screen protectors is just perfect for their different cases because they wrap up just a little bit, but when you put the tempered glass on there, it actually creates a completely smooth transition from edge to edge. So, you know, if you really want to have an amazing experience with great protection, you actually go with, and I sound like a salesman here, I know, but you go with one of their cases and you go with one of their tempered glass screen protectors, and you got yourself set up really, really well. Anyways, guys, that's enough for this one, though. Stay tuned for more videos on Spigen cases for other devices in the very near future. I'll be posting a link in the description for this one to Amazon, so you can go check out the different colors if you like, as well as some of their other cases. But that's it. If you like this video and you like this case, click that likes button down below. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button for more videos in the future. But that's it. Thanks for watching as always, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.